name is Kat, and today I'm going to show you how to recreate the Starbucks lavender drink. Starbucks launched 2 new lavender drinks not too long ago. They have an iced lavender oatmilk latte that is delicious, and then also an iced lavender cream oatmilk matcha. Both drinks are fabulous, but they're also pretty expensive. So I'm going to show you how you can recreate both of these drinks yourself at home. So to start, we're going to make the latte version first with espresso. So ingredients you will need: number 1, lavender syrup. I have the Torani Pure Made Lavender. Starbucks actually uses a lavender powder. I personally like lavender syrup in coffee, and I think this works just fine. And it's a lot easier to find than the lavender powder. So I very much recommend getting a lavender syrup. Torani has one. Lots of other syrup brands have lavender. If you want extra lavender flavor, this is completely optional, but you could also do lavender extract. If you didn't want to get a lavender syrup, you could just do lavender extract and then some kind of sweetener. So maple syrup, honey, agave, even just like a regular liquid cane sweetener or some stevia. You can accomplish that by using lavender extract and a sweetener. Next up, you need espresso. I'm going to use my Nespresso Virtuo Plus machine today. So I have a Nespresso espresso pod. This one's the Bianco Doppio. This is like in my top 3 or 4 faves. Double espresso dolce are my fave, and then the double espresso Cairo are my second fave. If you don't have a Nespresso machine, totally fine. You can use instant espresso powder. You can use a mocha pot, an AeroPress, or an espresso machine. I also have an espresso machine, but I'm going to use my Nespresso today to show you just how easy it is to make this drink at home. You also need oat milk. I like the Chobani Extra Creamy, but you could also use the Oatly Barista Edition. The Oatly one is the one that Starbucks uses, so if you want it identical to Starbucks, get the Oatly Barista Edition. And then some ice, because we're doing the ice version. First things first, you got to make espresso. So I'm going to pop this little pod into my Nespresso machine, literally just pop it in and push the start button, and then I'll be back for the rest of the recipe. Okay, I have my espresso. Again, I just brewed this using my Nespresso machine, and let's assemble the latte. Starting with the Torani Lavender Syrup, as much or as little as you want. I do about a tablespoon of syrup for this size drink. This is the same as a grande size, so 16-ounce cup is like a Starbucks grande. If you want a venti, feel free to upscale the ingredients a little bit more. So instead of 1 tablespoon of syrup, maybe do 2. For espresso, this is a double shot of espresso, so 2 shots going in. It's about 2.5 ounces of liquid. For a venti, I would do 3 shots, maybe even 4, depending on how strong you like your coffee flavor. A little quick mix. And for a latte, I always like to cool down this mixture a bit with milk first before adding in ice, especially when I use my Nespresso machine because the espresso comes out so hot. I do oat milk next and ice last. Even if I'm not using my Nespresso machine, I'll still do this process of oat milk first. That way it cools down the espresso, and then I'm not diluting it by adding in ice right away. And then ice is last. I did about 8 to 10 ounces of oat milk. For a venti, do 10 to 12. Very nice. Come on, baby. It's all frozen here. Cool. And then just give it a quick little stir. I like to stir until the entire drink feels cold from top to bottom. Usually when you first add the ice, it's just cold on top. So I like to mix it until the very bottom is cold. That way you're not slurping up a warm slurp of latte. And that's it. This is the iced lavender oatmilk latte. So easy. Just what, 4 ingredients? 1, 2, 3, 4. So simple and looks delicious. I am gonna just quickly swap out my ingredients for the matcha latte version, and then we'll taste test both of them at the same time at the end. Alrighty, and for the iced lavender cream oat milk matcha, the ingredients you'll need, again, lavender syrup. You also need a sweetened matcha powder. Starbucks matcha is sweetened. It's not like your typical ceremonial grade matcha. It's a sweetened matcha. If you do love the Starbucks matcha, you like the sweetness of it, you need a sweetened powder. And it just means that it's the green tea leaves mixed with some sugar. So keep that in mind when you're looking for a matcha powder. This one should have sugar in it if you want to most accurately replicate the Starbucks one. We also need oat milk and we need ice. And for the lavender cream cold foam, you need lavender syrup, vanilla syrup, 2% milk, heavy cream, and then I am gonna use some light purple food coloring. This is optional. It just is gonna give it a little bit more of a pretty purple color. The foam will already be purple because this Torani lavender syrup is purple, but I am gonna use this food coloring just to give it a little bit more purple color. Ooh, and then I do have a little bit of water here because I'm gonna use that to mix the matcha powder together. Let's start with the matcha recipe. Taking my sweetened matcha powder and doing 2 to 3 teaspoons, adding it to just 1 to 2 tablespoons of water. I really just want this to mix first to kind of create like a little bit of a matcha concentrate, if you will. This particular matcha powder, you don't need to put it through the sift and whisk it and all of that. It's a different type of powder and granules. I have a milk frother that I'm just gonna froth up a little bit to mix the powder and the water. And then add that into my drink. I guess I didn't need a separate cup. It's fine. It's fine. Matcha concentrate going in. And I like to mix the matcha with water first. That way there's no clumps at the end of it. A lot of times if you don't, mix it with water first, then you get matcha clumps. Then the Chobani oat milk. Again, same thing as the latte, 8 to 10-ish ounces. And ice. Add some ice and then leave just a little bit of room on top for the lavender cream cold foam. This is how you make a Starbucks matcha latte, by the way, exactly what I just did. You don't need to add anything else unless you want to add like another flavored syrup. And now for the lavender cream cold foam. This cold foam is just like their vanilla sweet cream cold foam. I've made it in the past. I do a 1-to-3 ratio. 1 tablespoon vanilla syrup, 2 tablespoons, 2% milk, 3 tablespoons heavy whipping cream. But I'm wanting to add the lavender flavoring. So you can use a lavender powder or do what I'm doing, and that's do half a tablespoon each of lavender syrup and vanilla syrup. To get that purple color and the lavender flavor, half a tablespoon of the vanilla syrup. And just like in the latte, if you want a stronger lavender taste or flavor, you can add in a few drops of lavender extract. This is 1 tablespoon of syrup in here, half a tablespoon of lavender, half of vanilla, then 2 tablespoons of 2% milk, and 3 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. And I am gonna add a few drops of the purple food coloring. And froth again with the same handheld milk frother that I used to mix the matcha. It's exactly the color I wanted, so pretty. And then I just froth for about a minute until this mixture is nice and thick. If the mixture is not getting thick enough, just add a little bit of heavy cream. And I'm actually gonna add just a bit more of the food coloring. I want more of a purple, there we go. A deep purple, beautiful Starbucks purple color. This handheld milk frother is my ride or die. I absolutely love it. It's the best. It makes the best at-home cold foam. It's awesome. Perfect. This is nice and thick. Exactly what I wanted. Can we just take a moment for this color? And then pour the cold foam right over the top of your matcha latte. Stunning! Oh my gosh. They're beautiful. Like absolutely beautiful. This looks exactly like the Starbucks one. Oh my gosh. Look at that purple color. Nailed it with the food coloring, yeah. Taste test for the latte. Oh yeah, yum. The lavender flavor is really subtle. You can totally do a little bit of lavender extract if you want a stronger flavor. This one's so pretty, oh my gosh. The iced lavender cream oat milk matcha. Cute little purple straw, how cute. Oh yeah, that is good. I do think the Starbucks one is a little bit more lavender tasting forward. So if you like the stronger lavender taste, add the lavender extract. You can get lavender extract literally from any store. Just bloop, like that. Just a squeeze, stir it in. Only if you want a stronger lavender taste. If not, don't add the lavender extract. That will bring the lavender taste and vibe through. Totally optional. I do think the purple food coloring is a must to get this beautiful, stunning color. And then literally no reason to go to Starbucks. Save your money, make your drinks at home. There's nothing wrong with going to Starbucks and buying your favorite beverage. My goal here on YouTube is to just help you see what's possible when it comes to at-home coffee and drinks, to show you that you can make identical drinks as Starbucks, your other favorite coffee chains or coffee shops, with a few simple ingredients and the right tools and the right techniques. I hope this video was helpful for you, showing you that you can make your favorite Starbucks drinks at home, especially the lavender latte and matcha. Let me know in the comments down below if you try out either one of these recipes, and let me know what you think. I will see you in the next video. Mwah! Got a blast!